Welcome to our first guest. Oh, I'm sorry, Jamal. I didn't even know you was there. You just ran into a little bit of a rant, man. I don't know if you noticed Chris Colbert's interview yesterday. Did you?
No, I didn't even catch it yet, man.
That's good for you, man. Good for you, man. Good for you. Don't get involved in all.
Don't do it.
Don't get involved in all the boxing politics. Obviously, the interview was just too real, and it got taken down. I'm upset because I did the interview with Chris Colbert, and I just don't understand how are we a culture of people that are not allowed to have our own opinion. I mean, this young man has a fight on Saturday. He has an opinion on another fight. And why is he being silenced? Because he doesn't believe that you're going to win, hypothetically. If you're going to fight Jaron Ennis, are you going to cancel Chris Colbert because he's picking Ennis over you?
Nah, not at all, man.
Exactly.
People can have their favorites, man.
Exactly.
What that got to do with the fight?
You're right.
I don't know, Jamal, but all I'll tell you is, man, if you want to stay on the safe side, do not give your opinion of Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. It's obviously causing problems in the boxing industry. You're better off saying you're on the middle of the road on that one. May the best man win, because if you pick a side, they're going to put you on a side, and you will be alienated, and now you're a bad person, depending on the side you lay. But, hey, let's talk about you, because I did see Jaron Ennis at Atlanta. I was there. And I'm going to keep it real. He didn't confirm, say, yes, I'm fighting Jamal, but he made it pretty clear with the smiles, and his father definitely confirmed. So you don't have to. We can just speak hypothetically of a possible fight with Jaron Ennis and Jamal James and how it would play out in your mind, or what you think about facing a young man like Jaron.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing his thing. I'm sure that'll be a fight in the future. I haven't heard nothing from my people as far as, being like my next joint. But again, I've been on here before. I've had other interviews. I'm not ducking nobody. I'm just trying to get, higher level. I always look higher up. You know what I mean? I want this most beneficial, for the pockets and stuff like that. But he's definitely got a good following, and he's doing his thing. So I'm sure that's going to be something that comes up down the line. And, if it is, and that's what it's going to be.
Well, another fight that I discussed with another young man is Keith Thurman. I was in his gym about 2 weeks ago, and I brought your name up. And he thinks that's also a good fight between the two of you. And I get what you're saying. You are in, I believe you're the interim titleist right now, or did they upgrade you to regular since Ugas got upgraded?
I was upgraded to regular.
Okay. Shout out. Congratulations. Yeah. So you're the regular, so I understand you don't want to look backwards at a Ennis who's still considered a contender, and his name isn't as big as a Thurman, a Porter, Earl, Mikey. Are those the names you're looking for? And do you have anyone specific you would prefer to be in the ring with?
I'm looking for the bigger names right now. You know what I mean? I fought some really tough cats already and beat them. But, nobody with like a really big platform name, like you said, like a Keith Thurman, like a Pacquiao or Earl Spence or a Mikey Garcia or a Danny Garcia. You know what I mean? I would like to get in the ring with somebody like that, because there's still a lot of hate out there. People, again, people have their own opinions, so I ain't mad at it. But I want to get in there with somebody who's been a world champion, has beat world champions, you know what I mean, and test myself against them dudes. And then, once I have established myself there, then I have no problem, working with these cats coming up that, like a Jaron Ennis or something like that, giving these cats opportunities and that are hungry because I'm hungry. You know what I mean? I know what that's like. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to duck or nothing like that. I'm just trying to get myself, because, even being a regular champion, I feel like people still be sleeping on me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And, it is what it is. And I don't get mad at it. I just like, okay, well, if they sleeping, and I'm going to have to wake them up. You know what I mean? So who can I fight to wake these cats up? And that's who I feel definitely, change people's minds or make them realize, like, oh, okay, this cat, he just beat a Keith Thurman, or he just beat a Pacquiao, or he just beat whoever. Maybe, this cat is actually, we've been sleeping on this dude. This dude can throw. So that's where my head at.
Jamal, let me ask you a question. And thanks for coming on, Mario. Here, appreciate your time this morning. So, I'll be honest. I had a source which turned out to be wrong, but we'll go down that road anyway. Back when Ugas and Manny Pacquiao, like the whole title situation, him being elevated, they had started talking about him and Spence, right? I had spoken with somebody with knowledge on the situation who told me that Spence fight wasn't happening. If anything, Ugas and Jamal James had a better shot at it being the fight. Was that ever a fight that was on the table or being negotiated at some point this year?
It's been a lot of talk, man, but it's never, when I talk, it's never nothing that I've heard from my management.
Got it. Okay.
I get managed by Al Heyman and them, and when they bring something to the table that I know, I'm like, okay, and that's what they talking about. If I don't hear from them, there's so much kind of hype because people want to see these fights, and I'm sure, God willing, down the line they'll be made maybe sooner than later. But as far as I know, I haven't heard nothing about that.
Got it.
So Jamal, what's your thoughts on a Keith Thurman, man? He's been out of the ring 2 years, and obviously Manny Pacquiao's about to take on Earl Spence now. Thurman's definitely staying in shape based off my visit to his gym in St. Petersburg. He definitely doesn't look as chubby as he normally does in between fights. So is that something that you are interested in? And can you give me your three, with the top being the most interest, right? From highest to least.
Now, top three, I mean, definitely the winner out of this Pacquiao or Spence fight, Keith Thurman for sure. And I feel like a Sean Porter would be good too. These guys are well established, and they all have a certain type of fight style. You know what I mean? They have unique strengths when they box. They're able to do things, and that's I wanna put myself up against that type of stuff, man. I wanna, push myself. I want to fight them dudes.
Do you have a tentative month that you want to return?
Yeah, man, real soon. God willing, there's been talk, so I can't confirm this yet, but hopefully this comes through that we'll be on that undercard of Spence and Pacquiao.
Oh,
that's what I heard. Yeah, I heard that too, but I just didn't know if they were wrong about that thing. So I was like, well, I don't know if they're wrong about this.
I'm supposed to say it now, but I'm here with y'all. But it's no confirmation yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just stay.
So
you stay ready.
You getting that Josecito Lopez fight then?
That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
He's a name,
you like that
man.
fight, really?
He's a name, man. He fought Maidana. He fought Canelo.
Yeah.
He fought Victor. He fought Thurman.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
That's a name.
true.
That's a name.
He done fought some cats. Yeah, that'll be cool.
I mean, it's
see.
I think stylistically it's a fun fight for sure. I just you're in a situation where you have momentum building, right? Like the DeMarco fight, the DeMarco win looks so much better now, right? After Santillan. I don't know if you saw that fight or not. But after his last fight, he looked really good, which makes your win even better. And then coming off your last performance, it's like you have that kind of momentum, and so you're definitely in the contention for those guys. Like the belts are kind of tied up, right? But it's like if you have a piece of it like you do, then you have some sort of claim to getting some of these fights, right?
Yeah, exactly. At least that's how it's supposed to work. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So we're gonna see what's up.
Wasn't this past weekend in your neck of the woods?
Yeah, man, my brother, my Cuban brother, man, just did his thing, man. Knocked dude out first round.
Mm-hmm.
My guy David Morrell Jr., man, he trains in our camp, and this cat can hit, man. He's a super middleweight.
Mm-hmm.
He fought Cazares or some cat named Cazares
Yes.
or something. And boy was talking real heavy, like he was that deal, and then time told the truth. And my guy David, man, big up to him. Just had a great win.
How do you feel though? Because you and don't help me. He became a world champion. Don't help me. It's Caleb Truax. You and Caleb Truax put that city and state on the map. I remember when we first found you, I had a correspondent in your area. That's how I got put onto you before Al Heyman and everything. Your gym has this interesting name and mission statement behind it. I would like you to tell our audience, because I know you've done that a bunch of years ago, but you've obviously gotten a lot more popular and you're a bigger figure in boxing. And I just want them to know, where you started from and the fact that that's still your roots and something that you still try to put out there in your community for new kids. And just the fact that your gym is blowing up. Now you got a world champion, so to speak, out of that gym. Is just amazing to see it come full circle.
We got 2 world champions.
All
we got
pun intended, right?
We got David now. You know what I mean? And the gym is called Circle of Discipline, and it's a nonprofit organization. So I grew up out of that gym, and the gym itself, uses boxing as a tool, really. And then, I just took it further. Guys who want to take it further, then my father, who's my head coach, and my brother, who's also one of the head coaches down there. Then they work with them if they want to do like pro stuff and stuff like that. Outside of what that organization actually does, we're just able to use the gym facility in that organization. But, to get back to the point, the Circle of Discipline is a nonprofit organization where we're open to everybody, but we strongly focus on inner city and youth. And, especially, people from all over, really, man. Especially right now in Minnesota with, last year, man, and all the George Floyd stuff and pandemic stuff and stuff, the city was really hurting and needed, it needs somewhere where people can come together in a positive way, channel their energy correctly, you know what I mean? And then have real conversations and get back on track with life and stuff, man. So we're just getting ready to open a new gym. We just had to relocate. We've been on the south side of Minneapolis for damn near 30 years. The building we was in got bought out, and the people who bought it just had other plans, but it was kind of a blessing in disguise because now we got a bigger and better facility that we're getting ready to get put in over Southeast, and hopefully we'll be open July 3rd to the public and to everybody. That's what we're pushing for. But yeah, man, we just do a lot of mentoring and leadership stuff with kids, and we use boxing as a tool to instill discipline and just structure. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man.
That's
Shout out to you, man.
Beautiful.
But how many square feet is the gym?
What is it, like 6,000
Wow.
or so? It's big, man.
Wow.
It's big. Yeah.
6,000 is huge.
Make mistakes, but it's big though. You know what I mean? So
it's like a castle.
And we do different, like, fitness is like just one of the programs, and we just cater it more towards like a boxing workout, because especially when working with young men and women kind of might be coming from rough backgrounds or just got a lot of pent up stuff. Ain't nothing better stress reliever than hitting the bag or going in there and sparring or working the pads. You know what I mean? But, the gym will have all sorts of ellipticals and punching bags and different exercises that we can take people through, because it's also open to everybody,
That's dope,
That's
man.
what's up. That's what's up.
I'm going to go to the Patreon questions. These are our most loyal listeners. We got James Valdez. He's from San Antonio, Texas. He says, it appeared to me that you put on a clinic performance against Delorme. Salute to you for such an impressive win, champ. Question, do you want to avenge the loss to Ugas, or have you moved past that fight?
Well, thank you for the compliment. And I do want to avenge that, and I'm sure that's something that's going to happen down the line. Again, man, I'm just really waiting to hear back for what they got in store for me. You know what I mean? So if it's a Ugas fight or if it's Jose Cito Lopez, like you guys was talking about, I'm really down for anything that's just going to elevate my game and my name. You know what I mean? Because I just feel like I told y'all before, I just feel like I'm still slightly overlooked. So I just want to go ahead and plant my feet somewhere where people can recognize it. After that, again, man, boxing is a short-lived career, so I'm trying to make the most of it. So once I get established there, any cats coming up, like a Jaron Ennis or whoever else, after I'm well established, I don't have no problem trying to give cats opportunities and shots because I know how it feels being on the come up and not being able to get the cats you wish you could because of politics or because of whatever else, you know what I mean, or because of being overlooked or whatever else. And you know, I think the culture, the fight culture, is just kind of a real. It can be, I should say, kind of like a real selfish. Like once I get it, if I'm gonna fight somebody, I gotta get the most, and that's cool because it's business. But like you should also respect the game and respect the fans too, and give people fights that they want to see, because that's what make you a real champion, you know.
For sure, man. For sure. We got the next one is from Compton. Dual Ingram says, "What fight are you testing next off your offered Danny?" What? He must have messed up here. I'm assuming. Mario, see what you can make of that. We'll move on to the next one. Ruin the 504. How was it to see the Armory full of fans on Sunday?
Oh man, it was lovely, man. You know what I mean? Especially, since this whole pandemic thing, man, I ain't been to a fan fight in a minute. Where there's real fans in there. We've been. My last fight was in an empty room and stuff. So, and I ain't traveled to go to none of the other fights where they started letting people in yet. So that whole place was packed, man. Minnesota fans is different, man. They love boxing up here. You know what I mean? They'll come and show love, man. Even other casters from other states around the nation that was on that undercard was like, yo, it's different fighting here. This is dope, man. They show love. It's crazy in there. So it was dope. Yeah, the Armory is a great venue for fights, man.
So I think I made sense of Compton. Dual Ingram says, "What fight are you taking next if you're offered Danny Garcia or Erickson Lubin for the same purse?" That makes no sense. That makes no sense. I mean, it makes sense, but I mean,
it makes sense the way you translated it.
No,
but
it makes sense as a question, but for you, the fighter, like, why would you move up for 54 for the same purse when you're being offered Danny?
Well, but Danny wants to go to 154 too. I guess it would be the same.
Oh, I guess he's saying because I don't know if you heard that, Jamal. Danny is he does.
Danny's going to 154.
He does. I was just with him 2 days ago at his gym, and he said he would only come back down. Like he would take a fight at 147 if it's a big name. So obviously he's not gonna come back down just for anything. So this person is asking you, would you take the Danny fight at 54 or the Lubin fight at 54 if they were the same purse? Which name is more enticing to you at 54?
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm still campaigning at 47, obviously, but Danny Garcia still has a more enticing name, I would say. And that's not to take nothing away from Erickson Lubin. He had a great win the other day, man. He did his thing.
He did.
But Danny Garcia, again, is just one of those cats that's really, really well established.
Yeah. And, just to help you with that, like as a welterweight moving up, you might as well fight another welterweight moving up, right? Like that's more
exactly right.
That's more of an even fight than you moving up to fight Lubin that's been there his entire career. So he's gonna rehydrate a lot easier than you, right? Like he'll be
and you can stay. Yeah, exactly. And you can stay closer to 47 that time. Like you don't have to worry about hitting the max or worry about what he's gonna weigh. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, it's not like.
Yeah, it's a good acclimation fight when you get another. Dude moving up. But that being said, we got a few more. Don't want to keep you too long. We got Steve all the way in the United Kingdom. Hi, Jamal. Thanks for coming on the show. Did you happen to catch the Chris Colbert interview? I'm playing outside the box. Excuse me. I'm playing, he said. Outside of boxing, what hobbies do you have? Do you like to read, play other sports? What makes you you? Thanks for coming on the show, Steve, in the UK.
So I didn't catch the interview, but outside of boxing, I really just work. I do a lot of community work, man. Working with these kids. I do a leadership group every Saturday. Wow. And I do a lot of stuff. I'm sitting on the fundraising committee of the gym. Of the Circle of Discipline. I sit
and that's
on,
a nonprofit
Minneapolis.
gym.
What's that?
Nonprofit gym?
Yeah,
wow.
Nonprofit. I shouldn't even call it a gym, nonprofit organization, because it's more than a gym. But I also sit on a Minneapolis College Foundation board.
Damn, you
which is
gonna
a
run for the
community
mayor in the
college.
future? You got any political plans for your city in the future?
Man, it's just about really trying to help my people and growth. You know what I mean? There's
That's what's
politics
up.
in that, but it's not like I want to be out here. I need you guys to vote for me and do this and that. I
Yeah.
ain't trying to do that type of thing. I just want to use kind of my platform to like create a space where I can help some people. You know what I mean? And just create a network of people that I can know and I can direct other brothers or sisters that I'm trying to help out so they can get on their path, man. And then when I'm chilling, man, I'm really just I really just like to watch TV series or movies or something. I'm real laid back, man. I'm a boring guy, man. I don't like going to clubs that much. I don't like doing all the the other
Jamal,
stuff. I'm more chill.
Did you watch that series on Netflix called Black Mirror?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I didn't finish the whole series yet. I gotta finish it. That stuff is crazy.
Oh
That's
man, you
crazy.
ain't finished it. Did you watch? Oh man, I don't know the name of it, but I'll give you like a little bit of a synopsis to see if you can remember. It's one episode where everyone has the ability to record through their eyes and play it back. You seen that episode?
Yeah, I seen that. That's just a trip.
That was crazy. Yo, I ain't
That's a
gonna
trip.
front. I ain't gonna front. I want that software. I want that tech.
You want that?
Would
Let's
you
hear it.
accept the chip behind your ear for that technology, or that's too much for you?
That's too much for me, man. I like to be more low key, man. I'm chilling. Yeah, you know what you got to check out, man. You ever see Mr. In Between on Hulu?
Nah, I got Hulu,
Mr.
so I'm
In
gonna check
Between, man,
it.
it's pretty good, man.
Mr. In
That's a
Between.
joint I've been watching as of lately.
Let me text my girl so I don't forget that, because I will forget. Mr. In Between.
It's like a funny, dark kind of comedy about this Australian hitman. It's pretty funny.
Last one before let me refresh before I say last one, because now they see you sitting here. They probably sent in some last minute ones. But in the meantime, it looks like Austin wow. Yeah, refresh. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 more. So a total of 5. You still got time?
Yeah, I got some time.
Thank you, brother. Austin in Austin, Texas says, Jamal, do you see something in Ennis that you could expose? In my humble opinion, I would say stay away from that man. He's dangerous and has nothing to lose yet. You should go for Thurman, Mikey, or Porter.
Hey, man, we'll see. If the fight ever happens, then he'll see. You know what I mean?
All right. Big Casual. What up, champ? Fury versus Wilder 3. How do you see that fight playing out? Look, everybody's talking about Cobra. I say, don't make a prediction, bro.
I really want to see this interview now. What did this do?
He just kept it real. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about the first 2 fights? Who do you think won the first 2 fights?
I mean, I tell people what I tell people all the time when they ask me. I think Wilder will always have a punching chance because this dude just got mad strength. But I feel like Fury has more technical ability too. So if he's not gonna be able to catch him, then I feel like Fury will be able to outbox him maybe. Now I don't know. I know he's with a new trainer and stuff, and maybe they're doing something different. So we'll see. But that's just my analysis on it, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, let's keep it moving, man. That's a little touchy subject.
Right.
Coach Myers, good morning, champ. This is all the way in Connecticut. I think Danny Garcia would be a good fight for you. A big name, and you could avenge your loss to Danny in the amateurs or Jose Benavidez Jr. Would you like to avenge those losses before your career is over?
Most definitely, yeah. Especially with Danny, especially because he's a great, again, he's a well-established name, and got good skills. Was a great champion. That'd be dope. Get that fight right there. That's fireworks.
Brandon in Houston, how do you feel about the rumors about the WBA giving Pacquiao his super belt back because it may affect you and your title status? Is that correct?
I haven't even heard that rumor, man.
Yeah, a lot of people. I mean, I interviewed Gilberto Mendoza, who is the WBA president. I caught up with him at the Devin Haney fight in Las Vegas, and he said that they did receive like correspondence from Pacquiao's team to see could he be reinstated since since, you know, neither you or Ugas fought since you've been elevated. But, you know, he didn't tell me that they made a decision. It had to go through a committee. And they don't have the WBC rule where WBC, if they have a champion in recess and the interim or the elevated champion didn't fight, champion in recess is allowed to come back if he has a significant fight, which obviously Earl is, and get his status back and fight for it. So you're kind of in a good place with the WBA. They don't have the same rule as the WBC. So we'll see what happens and shakes out. Last one, Info Joe, all the way in California. What up, Jamal? James. Just wanted to salute to you for having a good program, helping the kids in your city, giving them a positive outlet. Who are your favorite all-time fighters, past or present?
Obviously, Sugar Ray Robinson is my pound for pound all-time favorite, man. I watch a lot of my guy Tommy Hearns just because of that height and range alone. You know what I mean? The way he fought was crazy. I like watching. I watch a lot of older cats. I like to watch a lot of Roberto Duran. Just the energy and the way he moved was different. Leonard, and then as far as right now or more recently, obviously, you know, I watched Mayweather. Mayweather's a genius in that ring. I'll say those like top four or five. Well, I can't remember how many names I gave, but those probably at around the top.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, Jamal. We appreciate you, man. And if you do, you know, get a word on any announcement, please let us know so we could get you back on the show and make an official announcement here to our audience. We always appreciate your time. Very proud of everything you've been able to accomplish, especially watching you from the beginning and just seeing how far you've come. It's been fantastic to be along for the ride, and we thank you that you still continue to interview with us. So enjoy the rest of your day. If you can, please give out your social media for anyone who isn't following you can do so.
Yeah. Follow me, Shango Nation, man, at all the social media sites at Shango Nation. And thank y'all, man, for having me, man. I mess with y'all heavy. You know, I love watching y'all stuff, man. So appreciate y'all having me on here.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Keep doing what you're doing in your city, man. It's not going unnoticed, without a doubt.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Peace.
There you have it. Up-and-coming contender Jamal J.
Yo, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.